Namaste, Tarotao. What's up, Tarotao? We all know what's up. Since the beginning of October, since the first eclipse, energies have been so strong, making us question ourselves. It has been like a huge leap of a pendulum. Once we thought we were stabilizing, and someone pushed it again. Why these things happen? Because we are redeemers. Empath, you are a redeemer. That is the Christ consciousness. It's very hard to, it's beautiful to accept, but very, very hard to live. Thank God we have not been crucified in flesh like our Lord Yeshua and others. But I'm here to give you a positive, quick message. I was doing my oracle, and I have a responsibility that I still have issues on manifesting. That is speaking out when I'm not strong. Because there is this culture and this conditioning of being always positive, that us healers have to be always strong, because if not, no one will take our advice, or not advice, no one will believe us. This is all conditioning of the matrix. However, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you may have, we're still going to be redeemers. We still have to suffer still in order to understand the pain hidden in many hearts. An irrational pain. The effects of the matrix oppression that still lives in our parents, in our communities, in everything we see, in the media, in the matrix. Many of us don't even have the strength and education on how to really get out of the matrix. And this is not an excuse, this is just reality. And the why is the message of today. The first oracle card is from the Crystal Spirits Oracle, and it's the petrified wood. The why starts because it is not up to you. Many manifestation courses, videos, guidance law of attraction, law of abundance, puts the power in you. I am not diminishing in any way the power that you as a child of God have. No. However, what Christ consciousness brings us after enlightenment, which was, let's just put a time frame, 500 years before that, is that hope falls on something outside of yourself. And that brings humbleness, humility, and compassion. If you keep on depending on yourself, you will fail. The petrified wood is all about divine timing. It's about understanding that you're a part of nature, like everything else. And that yes, when you feel petrified, like I felt this last 3 weeks, it's because it's not the time for you to go. It's to show you that it's not on your strength, that you have to have patience, stay still, and pray. That you have inner work to do. And what is it? It's not that you're doing something right or you're doing something wrong. It's humility and humbleness, and have hope that someone else, high above, ancestors, whoever, and mostly the Christ consciousness, is praying for you. Because when we are all excited and we think everything is going well and right, we think we rule the world. And that is not equivalent to the law of interdependence. Because here, the wisest will be the most ignorant, and the most innocent and ignorant will be very wise. Do you understand? I say it to you now with this firmness and conviction, but this reading is also for me. Why maybe I lasted so long to understand this? Because I was betting on myself. But no, the times I'm not here in this camera as the empath that you and I are, I'm also going through a lot. Still falling in a kind of self-sabotage, self-doubting mode, not understanding what have I done, what have I done wrong, what am I not doing right, when all I need to do is radical acceptance. But it's hard. It's hard to be unplugged of the matrix. It's hard because we have to feel what others feel in order for us to pray for others and cry out to heaven Cry out to Source. Cry out to Christ. That we cannot bear this. That we don't like it. It is important. We are building good karma. So it's imperative for us to say, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I don't grow this way. I am tired of suffering while in radical acceptance. So I got this super cool tarot. It's called the Angel Tarot. And I'm just going straight to the message. I already pulled the cards. And I pulled 4 cards of the Angel Tarot. The first one is, I know you're used to the traditional, but we're not going to the traditional now. We're having a different perspective, okay? It's the 7 of Swords, Manakel. 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 So this is the aspect of God, because remember, everything is a reflection of God. God nurturing and maintaining everything. It is important that faith, if you want to call it your higher self, call it your higher self, but you're still going to question. If you want to call it God, call it God. If you want to call it Source. But understand that there are things that are not in your control. Okay? Because there is a universal Christ consciousness of love, of compassion, that is listening. And it's the angelic and archangelic realms. And it says, when you go, when you're in the energy of the 7 of Swords, which in the traditional is some kind of if they were taking like a betrayal. This is not the concept here. It's knowing what swords to pick and which ones to leave. In here it says knowledge of good and evil, discernment, appeases divine anger, cures epilepsy. It's about discernment and knowing what thoughts am I going to exercise, build muscle on, right in the midst of panic. This is not easy, Tarotao. My compassion is with you. Anything you have done to appease your thoughts and your heart has been watched, and I'm honored. I'm in awe of your survival. I'm in awe of your heart. Discernment, Manakil. So this 7 of Swords changed the perspective of betrayal. No, we're not gonna pay mind to that right now. It's about you, Tarotao. What swords are you picking and taking with you, and which ones not? During these 3 weeks, I had to do a lot of affirmations by Louis Hay. Anything that felt good to my ear or to my heart. Intensive. I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to do the matrix. And it is hard. It is terrifying. So I understand. It's not that I want it. It's just that us healers, it requires a huge step to unplug. And at the end of the day, slowly but surely, we're gonna get there. So another thing, this is clarified by, this is the new chapter tarot, by the card, is an extra card, by the card of gratitude. I had to constantly saying I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for my healing. I accept my perfect healing. Thank you. Thank you for my healing. Thank you for my healing. Over and over and over and over. I had to overwhelm and oppress the other thoughts by saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my healing. Thank you for my perfect healing. The power of the word and thought is extremely important. Okay? So I'm just telling you, it wasn't easy for me, and it's still not easy, but I'm just letting you know and validating you what I had to, and I still have to constantly do. And thanks to this, I am here standing in front of you in the camera. The next angel tarot card was Daniel. Daniel, I don't know if you remember the story of Daniel in the Bible. It says, God the merciful judge. Eloquence gives answer to those in doubt. And it's exactly confirming what I was just telling you. Eloquence in the speech, eloquence in the mind. Because many of us are in solitude and we don't have someone to speak with us or for us to speak with. But even in the mind, there's a lot of speech. So eloquence, saying it with intention. Sometimes we have to be in the border of desperation so that God can take the best out of us. So this is the answer. When I was in doubt and when I didn't know if this was going to work, these affirmations, because I was really going backwards in my healing. Believe in the illusion. Again, the oppression. Believe in the oppression. Because a lot of us have innocent hearts. And we have only learned to criticize ourselves. Even though we heal others. That's why we are healers and empaths. Because we do understand the damage. This was clarified by the tower. And as you see in this tower, there is a piece missing. At the end, this one fits in this one and this one fits on that one. But there is a piece missing. And that piece is mystery. It is for us to finally learn. The tower was coming. I'm sure you guys have seen many readings, and we knew that tower was coming. We thought we were in the tower already. This tower lasted a long time. And this can come very frequent until the next calendar year here. Okay? Remember, the season of Sagittarius started, Mercury retrograde. There's a lot going on. But this is cleansing. I'm just here again to validate you, not to tell you that you're doing something right or something wrong, because I wouldn't like that. I just want you to know that you, the silent one, the hidden one, you don't even imagine the kind of work that you're doing. In Buddhism, we call it Tonglen. And it's that you don't wish that to anyone. So may it fall on yourself. Because no one deserves that. That is huge. Just having that thought. Then the next angel card is Hahasaya. God, the impenetrable secret. And that is the respect that I'm talking about. You're not here to know it all. That is the universal medicine. That is what brings you the elevation of the soul and the revelation of mysteries. Mysteries that maybe your intellect knew in your education and all this wisdom, but your heart needed to assimilate it, needed to experience it one more time. And yeah, it sucks. It's not easy. This is why we have to cry out, so that we can be humble and say, no more. Again, for the healing of this earth and others. Because we forgot our value. The most damage is the biggest healer. Another ego death. Why the ego death? Because there was oppression. Clarified by the Seven of Wands. There was oppression. Oppression of external forces. This wasn't self-induced. You felt it. I felt it. Let me tell you something. I felt it. I knew that was not my energy. I knew I have worked hard. We have to feel this oppression because this is what is happening to others that are questioning and self-doubting themselves also. This is the Seven of Wands. This is for us to understand self-compassion, because dark, evil forces, egregors, are fleeing out. And even if they flew out, the energy still lingers in all of us, in that conditioning. So it's still oppression. Okay, so this is another card to validate that it was not in your hands. Then the last was the Eight of Cups, the last angel AIL. AIL. God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation, transmutation. It gives consolation in adversity. Again, going back to the self-compassion, to the humbleness, to the importance of reaching out. And again, you try to reach out and you found no one. Because we don't know where to reach out. We're still afraid. It's okay. You will get there very soon. This is clarified by the Seven of Cups. This Seven of Cups has 7 points. It's very important, this number, 7-7. It's a transmutation of 7. Options are still being developed for you. If you haven't find your way or your path, don't worry. It's not the time. Just survive. Try to live as much as you can. Don't be afraid to say I'm sorry to yourself first. And keep on. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Establish your boundaries. Don't let yourself be disrespected. But be careful with that too. Because the most humble will be the most respected. Okay? So there's many options. You don't have to decide. You just have to enjoy. One by one, little by little. There's no order. And all of this, in the bottom of the deck of that new chapter tarot, was the Four of Wands. This leap of the pendulum, again, is to do better balance and harmony of ourselves towards that celebration. Is that light at the end of the tunnel. And I hope you never lose faith. I just want to thank the Lord Yeshua Christ for never giving up on me. It doesn't matter how many people portray the Lord Yeshua, the Christ. If it worked for you, it works for everyone. At the end, is the one who gives us hope in humanity. Unfortunately, religion, fanatics, and I'm not who to judge them. People that have a lot of jealousy towards God, towards Yeshua Christ. They don't understand this type of divination and oracles and none of that. It's okay. Understand that at the end of the day, it will be revealed to them too. Because here, everybody's gonna bend knees and bow their head. It is necessary for the continuum evolution of this planet and all sentient beings in the 10 directions. Thank you for being with me here. Let's take a deep breath. I now declare purity in my mind, compassion in my mouth, and wisdom in my heart. Namaste, Tarotao.